Hi, I'm Dan, owner of Tint World, Universal City. Today is our grand opening. We have about 150 to 200 people here. We also had the mayor come, did a ribbon cutting.
This gentleman next to me really lives up to the top billing that he has.
Had some Ferraris, some monster trucks, just a myriad of all kinds of vehicles here. We also had a lot of fun, music, pizza, food, and then we kind of wrapped up in the afternoon with a really cool demonstration on some line dancing. So we got everybody up and having some fun, and just really had a great day.
Thank you, Tail Feather.
One of the greatest things about today's event was really just having the general public come in and find out. Had no idea that we do so many things in addition to window tint. What I really appreciated was the ability to go through and walk people through the differences in our products, let them understand we have several offerings available so that they can pick where they fit within their budget and what they're wanting to do to their car. So I really appreciated the questions people had, and then as they come and they start to engage, their eyes open up and they're comprehending. We really have some cool stuff to offer.
I spoke with Gilbert. Gilbert said, bring it on down. Let me see what you got. And I've only had it for 2 days, but I already want to put lights. I want to put wrap. And what surprised me about them is the first thing he said, he goes, you're in Texas. You need to put tint. You need to be concerned about the comfort first. Then you want to flash it, pimp it out. You know what I mean? That's cool. He didn't try to upsell me to the expensive stuff right away.
I also really enjoyed just being able to engage with all the folks that brought their cars. And it was just a blast to spend some time with the community and show our appreciation to the people that brought their cars, and then vice versa. They were able to come in and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea there was a store that offered all these different kinds of services. For me personally, I want to become the go-to place in Northeast San Antonio. We already are making big dents within the community, and to offer all of the products and services that we do with excellent installation and unbelievable pricing. We just keep hearing the feedback from all of you folks out there that the value we offer is just one of the best value propositions in the market.
He's doing a great job. You know, I'm really proud of his business.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Esses Showdown 60 for the next round of the Nationwide Truck Series presented by Window, or blah, 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 blah. That's right. Tint World ready to go. So, this is going to be a good one here tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. Couple of notable trucks here, couple of notable trucks not here tonight. Unfortunately, they were not able to make it. Dustin, Floyd, not here. The tire barrier, not in a tire barrier tonight. Unconfirmed reports say that he's a little bit busy, so he's not going to be here tonight, unfortunately. So we're not going to get to see the tire barrier. Dustin Stevens not here tonight. About 10, 12 trucks here to take on Watkins Glen. So right now we got qualifying points already on the line here tonight. What do I mean by that? 5 bonus points for the guy to put it on the pole here tonight. That's going to be a big deal here, especially the road course. If you can get up there and get going and not make a mistake, you're in good shape. That's just kind of the way it goes here on a Friday night, or Saturday night, excuse me, as we work our way through this windy road course here tonight. So it should be a good one. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We got 8 minutes qualifying left. So again, as these guys work their way through what is practice here tonight for these gentlemen. And again, we will get ready to go racing here momentarily. Again, road course racing, really the only time we're going to do it this season, right here tonight. So you don't get many chances at this a year. And I do wonder how that affects these guys. How much do you practice for this thing, being as you don't do it very often? Right? We do this once a year, maybe, just like the dirt race. Not something we do every week. So field working their way through. And you see trucks trying to hang on to it. So right now we are just about ready. We got 6 minutes to go. See what we got. So here we go. Car off NTS. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them just a minute. And we'll get ready to go. All right, back here once again, qualifying, starting to wrap up here. As we continue to rock and roll, there's Tracy on the racetrack. That's that number 67 machine. So Tracy Bethel trying to find some speed, looking for it here tonight on a road course. So right here, and you see cars getting off the racetrack here, and right now, fastest in town going to be Vern Hawkins. Eddie there as well. Eddie, Brian Brooks right there. Getting ready to roll. There's Brian. There's Eddie. There's Ty. Ty right there. Nice run down the front straightaway. There's the 51. That 51 right there going to cut the curb a little bit. Got that car kind of gathered back up. So there we go. There's the 22. Ty Smith back here as well. So as you can see, Brian Brooks and the 22 Mountain Dew machine. Ty Smith there, and it looks like Vern Hawkins, fastest in town, puts him possibly on the pole here tonight for this one. Again, 60 laps, no yellows here tonight. Brian. So Brian Brooks right there, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go right now. And right here, 2 minutes to go and time running out. So right now, they're going to go through and we'll take a look at Vern Hawkins possibly getting it done here, putting it on the pole. Would be yet again points for him. What's the do this here. We will see if we can talk to him momentarily. All right, let's see if we can talk to Vern, see what he has to say, because that's really going to be the only opportunity we've got to talk to these guys tonight is during this little break here. All right, Vern. Hey, Vern, Matt, up in the booth right now. It looks like you may walk away here with another pole. How big is that at the road courses?
I just turned my headset back on. I was like, oh, someone's talking. It's big though. Uh, get out, get away from everybody. Hopefully, stay away from any carnage that might happen, and you get the 5 bonus points and go about my day.
There you go. Get those 5 bonus points, stack them and rack them, put them up there in your little pocket, and go run it. Right?
Absolutely. Hopefully, have a good race tonight and see where teammates end up and go from there. Hopefully, Tim will have a good run and see if we can fight it out at the end.
There you go, man. We'll see you soon, man.
See ya.
Team Transcendent there. Let's see who else we can talk to because we're not going to be able to talk much. Once we get going here again with no cautions. Let's see if we can talk to Austin. Hey, Austin, Matt down here in the booth right now. You set third as we get ready to go here.
Hi, Matt. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. What's your plan for tonight, man? I know no yellows here tonight changes things.
Yeah. Hopefully, I pull a strategy like I did a couple years ago, where you wonder how I'm still running on fuel, and I pull out a win here. No,
Oh God, no! I've already got a migraine. Don't make my head hurt worse doing that. Come on, Austin. That's not fair.
yeah. No, the guys at ATR, we've been working really hard lately to get some good Rams out here. We pulled the special driver to have, Kyle Bethel in one of our trucks next week in the one truck. We'll be releasing his paint scheme preview after this race. I think it's going to be a tough race. I think we can probably try to get 2 of us in the top 5. Obviously, Vern and Tony are both running. Vern's consistently in the 12s. Tony can probably run consistently in the 13s. I made a mistake on my qualifying lap. I was sitting at a 1:13.1 and I clipped the grass. So I think with a good consistent race and we don't spin out, we don't wreck anybody, we can get 2 top 5s out of this.
Yes, sir, man. Well, Austin, good luck here tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, there we go. It's Austin Taylor out of Austin Taylor Racing here tonight, ready to go. We'll let him go to his little group here. Let's get it moved. Well, it's going to move you. Hang on, Austin. There we go. All right, and so we've got everybody pretty much. Everybody out here wrapping up practice. I'm going to step out of the booth, grab a drink of water because we're going to go racing nonstop when we come back right here from Watkins Glen. So that's where to begin here tonight. We're ready to go. I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's get ready to go. We are ready to rock and roll here. 20 seconds remaining. Ready to go. Let's rock and roll. Simon, Tony, the 20 right there as well. So Tony Blake Brewer gonna snipe it here in the warm-up session. Field coming at you. So here we go. And again, right here tonight, we will be running 60 laps at this road course. No cautions tonight. Straight through. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Esses Showdown. It's Vern and Tim on that front row. Row number 2, Austin Taylor and Simon. Then we're going to be a tie right there in a Ram, Tracy in a Chevy. Brad Wilson right there, and then another Ram. It's an invasion of Rams here tonight. As we get ready to go, row number 5, Eddie and Tony Blake Brewer. Then it's going to be Jimmy and Mr. Kim Krause. And then Aaron going to roll off 13th here tonight. Field ready to go, and again, running straight through about an hour and 14 minutes. So it's Simon and Vern. So ready to go. It's Simon Vern right there as well. And again, that 5 points for the pole situation. Tim right there as well. Here comes Austin Taylor. So there's Austin Taylor as we get ready to go. And again, 60 laps here tonight. Going to be a long run. So Vern continuing to lead, will lead them around here under pace laps. And again, this place so tricky. Going to be an absolute showdown here tonight. So, what can you do? Field down the back straightaway, wiggling their way through, and here we go. So again, one way around here, that's the other thing to this. Takes them a while to get around here. So you start just kind of working your way through, getting through these back straightaway bus stop area, and get ready to go. Here we go. We are ready to go here momentarily. Field side by side. Final moments before we go green here tonight. And I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be insane. Field is ready to go. I'm ready to go. Should be a good one here tonight. What are we going to see over the coming laps here as the field gets ready to go? I think it's going to be a showdown in New York here at Watkins Glen here tonight. Here we go. Field stacked up, ready to go. Let's go. Coming to green, turn, final corner, let's go. Field gonna work their way out. Here we go. Green flag this time by. Green flag in the air. Let's go racing. Burn. Everybody headed for turn 1 already on the brakes hard. Big send up the inside for Vernon Austin Taylor. Taylor will come out the other side with the lead. So far, so good. Up through the S's here. The name of this race is the Esses Showdown. This is what it was named after. Right here as they come up the hill. Stay on it, boys. Don't get into trouble early. Hopefully they will stay all nice and tight down into the back straightaway chicane for the first time on the brakes hard. Big time brakes. Big time, big time, big time. Let's go. So working our way through back to the bottom of the out here through this carousel area. You're gonna have to just manage here. Already Austin Taylor and Vern starting to split apart from the rest of the field. Simon back here. Tony Blake Brewer deeper in the pack as well. Again, road course racing here tonight. Going to be so much different here this evening. Man, down the front straightaway they go. They are digging. Absolutely digging right now. 2 laps on the board. Is that what everybody here expecting tonight already? 2 laps on the board and starting to spread apart just a little bit. A nice job back up the S's. So now up through the S's they go. Vern Hawkins leading Tim, Simon, Brad there as well. 2x2 there is the 20 of Tony Blake Brewer. Side by side as well here off the corner. Vern Hawkins leading over Austin Taylor, and then Ty Smith in the top 3. Tim Fiddler there as well with Simon back here. Tony Blake Brewer trying to chase him down. Nice job. 3 laps on the board. Oh, we got one around the 999 around the Aaron. He'll go around out that final corner. Oh, wrong logo. Sorry about that. It didn't update from Irwindale. Let me try to fix it real quick. 1 car around. So again, car around already. Now out front is Vern, continuing to lead. Now Vern leading the charge. Taylor behind him. Ty Smith the 3rd. Tim Fiddler right there as well. Tony Blake Brewer. Vern Hawkins leading here tonight. So now single file. That Ram of Taylor right there trying to close. He can't do it. Ty Smith, Tim Fiddler. Field continuing to hang in tight. Vern continuing to lead. Taylor trying to chase. Back here, Simon spread apart. Jimmy. Tracy in a little bit of a battle with Aaron here. Again, Aaron just went around and spun out. So right now, everybody fighting hard as they can fight right now. Just to get into our rhythm and keep this thing going. Very, very early on at Watkins Glen. So right now we are very, very early here tonight. And starting to already get spread apart around this racetrack. So right now, there's Vern continuing to lead. Austin behind him. Austin not letting up right now. And again, we're 5 laps on the board. You see Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. What do you do if you're Vern Hawkins right now? Do you just save your equipment here as much as you can? We know the fuel thing might be interesting with Austin going late in the run. Because, you know, we know that. Man, nice job right now, as you can see. So right now, everybody holding single file. Taking a look, Tony with Simon back there. So again, you see Simon just taking care of the car as much as possible. Vern, though, continuing to lead right now. Vern out front into 3. Kim Kraus to pit road. Giving it up early here tonight. So Kim Kraus on to pit road early. Austin Taylor, Tim. Six complete. So again, Vern continuing to pull away. Tie with Tony. Simon. Brad. Jimmy. So again, Vern. Austin with Tim holding him line. Vern Hawkins. Ty. Tony there as well. Tony with Ty behind him. So right now we're 7 laps in, and these guys already spreading themselves apart little by little here tonight. Vern continuing to pull away. Taking a look with Ty Smith back there. Tony Blake Brewer there as well. Vern Hawkins out front leading. Right now, Vern up by 4 seconds. Vern getting after it here, pulling away from the rest of the field with Austin Taylor. Tim Fiddler there as well. Tony Blake Brewer. Simon back there. Brad. So right now, everybody holding tight, but it's Vern out front. Trying to get away from the rest of this field. Taylor, let's hop on board with somebody here. Simon through the S's back here. Simon trying to hold on with Brad Wilson. Jimmy back here also. A little bit further back, you can see Brad right now going wide. Looks like lap traffic. I think that's Kim going wide there. Aaron on pit road as well. So again, Vern out front leading. Austin. Tim, Tony, Ty, Vern continuing to lead. Austin behind him, Tim in line. Tony. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead the charge. Vern doing everything possible with Mr. Taylor. Tim there with him as well with Tony. Down the front straightaway into one hard on the brakes. Tony right to the back bumper of Tim. Tim trying to fight. There's Tim Fedler. Tim just in front of Tony. So again, Tony and Tim nose to tail through the S's. So again, nose to tail, Tony, Tim battling through the bus stop, nose to tail, a little bit of damage on the front of the 20. Up off the corner, running wide. Vern and Taylor there in second, Tim to third, Tony to fourth. So right now you can see Tony and Ty back there. Tony trying to stay with Tim. Closest battle on the racetrack right now. Tony, Tim, 2x2 through the S's. Nice work up through the S's. Ty Smith right there with Simon. Brad Wilson. Simon there. Big pack of trucks right now into the bus stop. All over one another right now. Single filing back out. Simon. Brad Wilson right there as well. Folks, we're going to crank it up for a moment. All right now, Vern. Continuing to lead. Tim Fiddler, 12 on the board this time by Simon, Brad Wilson, and here comes Jimmy as well. Brian Brooks right there. So Brian Brooks hanging tight in the Mountain Dew machine. Good run for Brian. So Brian Brooks trying to hold on to everything here. $14 complete. Next time by, there's Brian deep in the pack with Vern out front. So we are early on tonight getting at it here in Watkins Glen. Austin Taylor, Tony Blake. All right, what can we do? Working their way through right now. 13, 14 this time by. So a little wiggle there out of Tony. So Tony wiggled that race car. And so right now, everybody fighting with Vern Hawkins, Tony Blake Brewer, and Tim. Ty Smith right there as well with Simon. All right, now we work with Vern out front, continuing. Thanks. So nice and easy. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. Austin. Tony. Tony sitting there in third right now with Vern and Austin. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead right now by 9 seconds. Ty Smith 26 back. So as we run, Vern Hawkins, Tony Blake Brewer, right there with Tim Fiddler and Ty Smith there in the mix also. Simon too far, a little bit further back. So now 16 complete. So it's Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. Austin Taylor be running second. So again, Vern Hawkins over Austin Taylor. Simon there as well. Here it comes Brad, Jim, Brian, and Eddie. Tracy Bethel back here in the tail end, Charlie. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. Austin Taylor right there as well. Tony Blake Brewer. More cars coming down. So again, it's Vern out front. Vern Hawkins, Tony, right there as well. So that's the way we set, single file. So that's the way we set. Tony of the Halston. Vern Hawkins out front. Austin Taylor right there as well. Tony Blake Brewer. Right now, Vern continuing to lead. Austin Taylor there as well. Tony there as well. Brian Brooks. Vern Hawkins, Austin Taylor. Oh, Austin, don't do that, bud. Locked him up, slid it sideways. 20 laps on the board. Hawkins 20 this time by with Austin Taylor. Tony Blake Brewer putting pressure now on Austin after the big swat. So Austin Taylor right there with Tony. Vern Hawkins. Tony Blake Brewer. $20 complete of 60. Vern, Tony, Austin, Tim, Ty, in line with Simon. Brad Wilson. Thank you for bringing me that. I gotta hold it right there. Got it. Thank you. Thanks. All right, 21 on the board. $21 complete of 60 here tonight. Vern Hawkins right there as well. So Vern continuing to roll. So Vern Hawkins doing a great job continuing to lead, trying to get away from everybody else. So what a battle here tonight. So Vern Hawkins is going to go down pit road. Tony right there as well. So now down pit road they go. Austin Taylor going to get a speeding penalty as well. Vern leading. So right now, Vern Hawkins continuing to lead over everybody else. Austin Taylor on pit road. Jimmy. Vern continuing to lead. Tony Blake Brewer. Tim Fiddler, Ty Smith. Jimmy right there as well. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. Vern continuing to pull away. Tony Blake Brewer. Tim Fiddler, Ty Smith there as well. Jimmy, Simon, Brad. Vern Hawkins pulling away Tim Fiddler. So again, Vern Hawkins, Tony, Jimmy, Brad, Austin back there in line. Tracy, Ty Smith trying to hang on. Tim Fiddler doing what he can. There we go. One truck out of shape. Vern Tony now hanging tight. So that's the way we see it. So right now it's going to be Vern hanging tight. Vern Hawkins right there out front. Tim Fiddler and Ty Smith. So right now, Vern continuing to lead. Vern pulling away with Tony behind him. So Vern Hawkins, 16 seconds up on everybody with Tim Fiddler, Ty Smith. There's Tim in that 77. Ty with lap traffic in front of him. Bethel on pit road. Everybody come to cycling through this first stop here tonight as we come up on halfway here tonight. So again, as we work, Vern has opened that lead up. You see Simon behind Jimmy right now. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. So now Vern with Tony, with Tim. Oh, Tony with a problem. Let's take a look. Oh, what in the world happened here? Around he goes into the bottom inside wall. Vern leads. So right now Tony's sitting third. So again, Vern Hawkins leads with Tim Fiddler. Vern Hawkins. Tim sitting second. Tony. Ty. Vern. Tim. Tony. Ty. Simon. Vern out front. Vern continuing to pull away. So it's Vern and Tim, your top two with Tony. Ty Smith. Jimmy. So again, 29 this time by. Vern, Tim, and Tony right there. And you see Tim trying to hold off Tony. This is the closest battle on the racetrack. Again, we're 28 laps in with Ty back there as well. All right, Vern out front. Vern leading. And you see Tim, Tony, and Ty, your top four. So again, as we roll, Vern continuing to lead. So Vern pulling away right now. Vern Hawkins leading right now. Tony, Tim, Ty. Right now, everybody hanging on. So right here, Vern continuing to pull away. So that's the way we front right now with Mr. Vern continuing to hold. Okay, Bubba, I got to be able to talk here. You can't get in between me and the mic. Bubba, you're going to hit the mic. Bubba, we're broadcasting for frick's sake. Come on, man. Lay down. Come on, Bubba. Vern out front. Bubba, I can't broadcast when you looking me in the face. Bubba. Folks, hang on just a second. Tim Fiddler up there in second. Tim, Tony, right there as well. Ty Smith. At holding serve. Tony trying to run down Tim. Oh boy, Vern continuing to lead. Quit hitting the mic, son. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead right now on what is turning into a doggy fest in the broadcast booth. Tony Blake Brewer running second. Tim Fiddler back to third. All right, as we said, you see Ty Smith sitting back there. Would you quit moving the mic, son? Everybody's going to be like, what in the world is going on here? What is going on here, folks, is a poodle. Well, a Benji thing. Now, don't get your tail. Move your tail. There we go. Lay down. Okay. Got him situated. Jesus Christ. Right here, it is Vern out front. Tony was able to get by Tim, Ty Smith, and Simon. Simon the Diamond and Jimmy right there as well. Now we run again about 31 laps in, a little over halfway at Watkins Glen. Vern Hawkins with Tony Blake Brewer. Vern continuing to lead. Ty Smith and Simon, Jimmy, Vern. We're 32 laps in. As you can see, Ty Smith, Simon, Jimmy, Austin back here. Move, son. You got to sit down, bud. You're beating me to death. All right, Vern Hawkins continuing to pull away. Tony Blake Brewer. Tim Fiddler right there with Ty Smith a little further back. Again, no yellows here tonight, but what a night for Vern if he can equate this pole into a win and rack up multiple bonus points. So it's Vern leading the way right now. What a run. Vern continuing to lead. "33 laps on the board. Tony, Setting second. Right now, everybody holding. So right now, working up the S's once again. Vern continuing to pull away. $33 in for the field. Vern Hawkins has dominated this one. Austin Taylor and Jimmy back there holding on as well, but nothing they can do. So you see Vern just setting him away, taking a look back here with Austin and Moore. Vern Hawkins leading the charge, a couple more back there with them. So everybody single file right now. So far, we've kind of got spread out around the racetrack. Expected to stay this way for a while here tonight. Kind of what happens here in these road courses. Tony holding on. So there's Tony running second. Going to be a good points night for him if he can hang on. So again, that's insanity what we're seeing here tonight. Folks, let's do a little bit of crank it up here. We'll be right back. All right, back here. Hope you enjoyed that little bit of crank it up here tonight as these guys continue to roll here this evening. So nice job as you were on board. Tony right there as well. Taking a look as they'll work the bottom. So right here, everybody working their way through. Vern Hawkins leading. So Vern Hawkins continuing to lead the charge. Tony running second, pretty good little ways back. So right now you can see how this is sort of getting shaken up here tonight. Vern dominating this road course really from from go to now. Crazy how fast that works out like that as they continue to work with Vern Hawkins out front. So right now, working our way through Vern Hawkins. Vern Hawkins continuing to lead. So Vern continuing to pull away. Nice run by Vern. Checking out right here, and we'll go back through the field. We do have a black flag on Brian Brooks. 3 laps down right now. All right, continuing to work their way through right now. Trucks on pit road. Drew, I'll turn them up a little bit more for you. So again, as they run through, what is it going to take here? Pit road starting to be active place here tonight. Vern Hawkins leading. So right now, everybody holding position. Vern, Tony, Blake Brewer, back behind them. Vern Hawkins leading. Tim Fiddler down to pit road. Ty Smith back here. Austin back here as well. All spread out. So far, everybody trying to fight. And what we'll do, we'll try one more crank it up here. Let's hop on board with Ty here. Let's listen to how he's working his way around this place. Hey, Drew, buddy, everybody else team can hear it. Everybody else can hear it but you, bub. I'm not sure why you can't hear it. That's confusing. Yeah, everybody else can hear it but you for some reason there, Drew. That is probably on your end. I checked it on my end as well. So we'll continue to roll right now. Thank you for joining us here tonight as you're on board for that little stint. Right now as they roll, that's Tim. The 18 laps to go here tonight. So Tony Blake Brewer will now take over the lead through the pit cycle. There's Tony out front. Tony leading the charge. All right, it is looking like there is a YouTube glitch, folks, and there's nothing I can do. It's showing up on my end, but you guys are not seeing it. So, as far as truck audio tonight, there's not much I can do. Tim out front continuing to lead. I can bring us to commercial break and try it. I don't understand why YouTube's trying to block out the truck audio. But it's Tony out front here continuing to lead. Vern Hawkins right there as well. All right, Drew, it looks like it's a YouTube clip. And right there, Vern Hawkins going to reset the truck. What in the world? He had a black flag for a pit road mistake, and he's just going to stop the truck. So there we go. We're going to try one more thing. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. One more attempt.
Hi, I'm Dan, owner of Tint World Universal City. Today is our grand opening. We have about 150 to 200 people here. We also had the mayor come, did a ribbon cutting.
This gentleman next to me really lives up to the top billing that he has.
Had some Ferraris, some monster trucks, just a myriad of all kinds of vehicles here. We also had a lot of fun, music, pizza, food, and then we kind of wrapped up in the afternoon with a...
All right. Yeah, it sounds like truck. Try it now, guys. I did one more adjustment to try. Let's see if we can fix YouTube on the fly. So working our way through 16 to go this time by. Because the only other option I've got to restart the stream, guys. And right now, field continuing to roll. 15 laps to go this time by. Ty Smith right there in third. Waiting to see if anybody says that fixed it. If not, there's nothing I can do. All right now, working our way through Tony Blake Brewer, continuing to lead. Tim Fiddler right there as well. $15 laps to go. Tony Brewer right at the moment. So again, Tony and Tim, that gap now closed with Vern getting out of that truck. Again, Vern, problems there for Vern, so that tightened up this race. Can Tim get back to the back bumper of Tony? So it's Tony out front, 15 laps to go. So again, 14 to go here tonight. All right, working our way through, and now as everybody continues to fight, 13 to go with Tim Fiddler right there as well. Tony continuing to hang tight. Man, what a night here as we continue to roll right now. Can Tony Blake Brewer turn this one around and go to victory lane with 13 to go? Ty Smith continuing to roll right now. Tony, Blake, Brewer, Tim, and Ty, your top three. 13 to go. Tony leading, 12 to go. Tim in second. Tony continuing to fight. Trying to hold on here to keep this lead over Tim. Tim right there behind him, and then Ty. Tony continuing to pull away. Tony starting to open the gap up to 3 seconds. Tony leading. So Tony with him. Now Tony blinking in and out a little bit. Tony there as well. Tony. Tim trying to take. So it's Tony Blake Brewer. Trying to figure it out here, seeing if he can keep Tim 3 seconds back or more to kind of lock this one in. What a race we've seen at Watkins Glen, one of the better ones. Tony Blake Brewer leading. So it's Tony pulling away, 11 to go. Tim right there behind him. Tony continuing to lead. And right now you see Brad back to 7th, Brian Brooks, Eddie Spale There's Tracy in 8th. Brad Wilson in 7th. Tony Blake. Kim, Ty, Austin, so again, Tony, 10 to go. Tim there as well. So again, Tony, Blake Brewer, 9 to go. So it's Tony trying to go to victory lane. Burns race falling apart here near the end here tonight. So as we said, it'll be 8 laps to go. Tony, Kim, Austin down there as well. There's Trace going way wide again. Austin gonna come through. Trace will just let lap traffic or faster traffic through with 8 to go. Tony, Blake Brewer out front. So Tony looking at it, going back to victory lane. So Blake out front. Tim there as well. Blake out there pulling away. Blake leading 8 to go. Him, Ty, Austin, and Simon. Tony, Blake Brewer leading. Tim Fiedler trying to give chase. Tony. Tony and Tim up front. 7 to go. 6 to go. So it's Tony continuing to lead. 6 to go. Ty Smith back there in line. There's Tony Blake Brewer, 4 seconds up over Tim. That gap now 6 laps to go with 4 seconds. Kinda evening out here. Not getting any smaller at all at the moment. Very interesting how this is working out here. 5 laps to go. Tony Blake Brewer leading. Blake. 5 to go. So it's Blake over Tim, your top 2. Tim's trying to get closer. Ty trying to stay with him. Five to go here tonight. So again, off the corner goes Tony Blake out in front. Tim Fiddler behind him. Four to go that this time by. So it's Tony Blake Brewer leading the charge. Tony. 4 to go. Him. Ty. Austin coming to 3 to go. So you can see right now, Tony is absolutely pulling away from Tim. 3 laps to go. So it'll be Tony looking to go to victory lane. Byrne with problems. Knocked him out of this one. Tim Fiddler back there. Tony Blake Brewer coming to 2 to go. Ty. So again, it's Tony out front coming to 2 to go. to go. Coming to 1.5 to go. Tony leading. So it'll be 1 to go. So again, Tony coming to the white flag. Tony in a great shape here. Tim there as well. So again, Tony and Tim there as well. Nose to tail. Well, not quite, 7 seconds, but close enough for a road course. Tony Blake Brewer looking to come to victory lane here tonight. Tony checkered flag. Tony checkered flag. There we go. Tony checkered flag. Great job. Tim checkered. Tony Blake Brewer will go to victory lane here tonight. Nice job, Tony. All right, folks, our standard practice. We'll be right back. I'm going to go do a couple of things and we'll get ready to go with post-race interviews.
Hi, I'm Dan, owner of Tint World Universal City. Today is our grand opening. We have about 150 to 200 people here. We also had the mayor come, did a ribbon cutting.
This gentleman next to me really lives up to the top billing that he has.
Had some Ferraris, some monster trucks, just a myriad of all kinds of vehicles here. We also had a lot of fun, music, pizza, food, and then we kind of wrapped up in the afternoon with a really cool demonstration on some line dancing. So we got everybody up and having some fun, and just really had a great day.
Make your tail feather.
One of the greatest things about today's event was really just having the general public come in and find out. Had no idea that we do so many things in addition to window tint. What I really appreciated was the ability to go through and walk people through the differences in our products, let them understand we have several offerings available so that they can pick where they fit within their budget and what they're wanting to do to their car. So I really appreciated the questions people had, and then as they come and they start to engage, their eyes open up and they're comprehending. We really have some cool stuff to offer.
I spoke with Gilbert. Gilbert said, bring it down. Let me see what you got. And I've only had it for 2 days, but I already want to put lights. I want to put wrap. And what surprised me about them is the first thing he said, he goes, you're in Texas. You need to put tint. You need to be concerned about the comfort first. Then you want to flash it, pimp it out. You know what I mean? That's cool. He didn't try to upsell me to the expensive stuff right away.
I also really enjoyed just being able to engage with all the folks that brought their cars. And it was just a blast to spend some time with the community and show our appreciation to the people that brought their cars, and then vice versa. They were able to come in and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea there was a store that offered all these different kinds of services. For me personally, I want to become the go-to place in Northeast San Antonio. We already are making big dents within the community, and to offer all of the products and services that we do with excellent installation, and unbelievable pricing. We just keep hearing the feedback from all of you folks out there that the value we offer is just one of the best value propositions in the market.
He's doing a great job. You know, I'm really proud of his business.
All right, everybody, we're back here. Let's talk to Tony. Tony doing a great job here tonight, getting the W. Hey, Tony, Matt in the booth, you get a copy.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
How about that, man? That one turned in your favor.
Yeah, man, that was fun. I didn't, I didn't expect it because Hawkins, who was the class of the field, man, I knew he was gonna be fast, and I screwed up my qualifying lap, so I was like, well, I'll just start near the back and try to work my way back up there, and it worked out great, man.
All right, man. Well, that was a great run for you to get the W here tonight. Again, just pounding them out here over the last few weeks.
Yeah, man, just trying to stay on top of that leaderboard for the points, you know.
Well, that worked in your favor. You're up 46 after tonight.
Good deal, man. I'm gonna try to keep gapping them.
Keep that gap going. That's all you got to do, right? I mean, just keep going with it.
Yeah, if you keep up good finishes, man, you'll end up winning it all.
Yes, sir. Well, man, congratulations. Taking another step toward the championship here tonight.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate it. It was a great race. Appreciate everybody running clean, and it was fun.
All right, man. We'll see you next week. How about that?
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, there we go. Tony Blake Brewer coming home to get a win here, another win here. Let's let him go, and we'll talk to Tim. Where is Tim? Hey, Tim, Matt in the booth, got a copy?
I got you, man.
All right, you're going to wind up second here tonight. What's your thoughts?
Kind of frustrated. Man, the lap trucks tonight were just, we'll just say unpredictable. I felt like I could run with Tony on the longer runs and was trying to save a little bit at the beginning of a run so I could have a little bit more speed towards the end of the run. And every time I would start running him down a little bit, I'd catch a lap truck and then lose like a second and a half. So it would just demoralizing trying to get around some of these guys that were just roadblocks. So
Yeah, sometimes that's the way it goes, right?
it does. I mean, Tony still drove a hell of a race. He didn't even qualify and drove by all the trucks that he needed to, did everything he needed to win. I don't know. Maybe I need to switch to a Ford because, man, he was fast down the straightaways. It didn't matter. There was a couple times where I'd get a really good run coming off the corner and start catching him, and I'd have draft, and he would still pull away. So I don't know. Maybe there's some secret Ford power that I don't know about. But yeah, overall it was a clean race, no incident points, which is what I was aiming for. Kept it on track, and kind of like Daytona, it's a wild card race, these road courses. So I'll take a third at Daytona and a second at Watkins Glen any day over wrecking and having a bad race.
Well, man, we leave the Esses Showdown 60 with you second in points, 46 points out.
Yeah, it's all just the new point system structure where the leader or whoever wins gets like a 15-point bonus. It's just making it unreachable for really anybody to kind of catch Tony. Um, I was
I'm
looking at the
actually
iRacing
surprised it's still
points.
as close as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to be pretty consistent. I looked at the iRacing points without bonus points, and I think we're right now like 10 points apart without all the bonus point stuff. So without bonus points, I'd be giving him a run for his money. But I just gotta start tying it all together and having 100% races, so I can start getting some bonus points and putting a little bit of pressure on him. But just hadn't had all the luck that I need, I guess, to make it all come together.
All righty, man. I'm going to throw you back to the waiting room. I do want to talk to you after the race if you don't mind.
Sounds good, man.
All right, let's get one more up here. We'll talk to Ty here. That is Mr. Smith. Hey, Ty Smith, you got a copy?
Matt, brother, what's going on?
Well, you're going to be top 3 here tonight, man.
Thank you, sir. It's much appreciated. And I'll tell you what, I made sure my incident points stayed low.
Yeah, last week that didn't work out for you, did it?
No. And once again, as every driver should, I try to shoot an appeal if they feel that it should do different, but I respect every decision made.
There you go, man. Hey, that's right. Honestly.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I mean, even though I'm here and I'm privy to these conversations, I respect you 100%. You had to try.
For sure, 100%. Yeah, that's part of it, and I love this team. This is great. Trace put up a great league to race in. Also with our sponsor, Tint World, they're great being able to join in, and I hope that they are able to see the progress we're trying to bring for them.
Yep. Well, man, congratulations on P3 here tonight, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Definitely worked hard to try to get it. There's a lot of great drivers out there and a lot of mishaps, but I'm glad I was able to hold in the place I got.
There you go, man. Well, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, we'll see you next time out.
Later.
All right, guys. I thank you guys for coming out, and we will see you next week for round number 6. Until then, have a great night.